Behind the Red Line, Episode 58. Rachel Runyan, the Candyman Kidnapper. Utah, 1982, one of the most haunting child abduction and murder cases in American history. In August of 1982, in the small, quiet town of Sunset, Utah, 3 children walked to a playground near their home. One of them was a 3-year-old girl named Rachel Runyan. She never walked back. She was taken in broad daylight, in front of witnesses, by a man offering candy. Her body was found weeks later in the mountains, far from the innocence of that playground. And more than 40 years later, no one has been caught. This is Behind the Red Line, Episode 58, The Candyman Kidnapper. The Runyans were not reckless. They were not negligent. They were a normal, loving family trying to give their kids a childhood. They lived right beside Doxey Elementary School, a place they believed was safe. Rachel was the middle child, bright-eyed, energetic, tiny pigtails bouncing when she ran. She had 2 older brothers. Her mother, Elaine, adored her. In a different world, this would be the part where we talk about her future. But Rachel never reached 4. It was August 26, 1982, a hot, sunny afternoon. Elaine Runyan was preparing lunch when the children asked to play at the elementary school playground, just across the street, within sight of the family home. She hesitated. They insisted. She said yes, a decision that would haunt her forever. Rachel walked hand in hand with her brothers. The distance was less than a minute. A man watched them arrive. Witnesses described a man in his mid-20s to early 30s, African American, medium build, wearing brown slacks, driving a blue midsize car with wood paneling, a station wagon with a faux wood strip. He watched the children play. He didn't approach immediately. He waited. Then he called them over, offering ice cream and bubblegum. Her brothers said no. Rachel said yes. He picked her up, shoved her into the car, slammed the door. She screamed. Her brothers screamed harder. The car drove away, and the world for the Runyan family collapsed. The boys ran home, burst through the door, sobbing so hard they could barely speak. Elaine realized the unthinkable. Her daughter had been taken. She called police. She ran to the playground. She begged strangers for help. The search began instantly. Neighbors, police, helicopters, dogs. But there was no sign of Rachel. In less than 30 seconds, a man had stolen a child from a playground and vanished. Police worked with Rachel's brothers, both eyewitnesses, to create a composite sketch. The boys described the car, the man's face, his clothes, his voice, Leads poured in, but the killer stayed hidden. The description was real, but the man behind it felt like a ghost. 24 days later, on September 19th, a family hiking in the Utah mountains found something half buried near a creek. It was Rachel. She was discovered in Morgan County, over 50 miles from the playground. She had been sexually assaulted, her body abandoned in the dirt, the innocence of her last moments stolen. The world stopped for the Runyan family, and the killer disappeared back into the dark. With no arrest, no confession, and no solid suspects, theories spread like wildfire. Was it a random predator, a traveling offender, a drifter, a local man with a secret, someone from the military base nearby? Or was it someone who had done this before? There were whispers of similar abduction attempts in the region, men luring children with candy, ice cream, toys. Nothing proven, but everything unsettling. Several suspects were questioned. One in particular, a man with a criminal background and access to children, was heavily investigated. But nothing stuck. By 2010, the case was reopened. DNA retesting began. New forensic technology was applied. The family held press conferences. Billboards were raised. Rewards were offered. But the killer had vanished too cleanly, too fast, too completely, as if he had practiced. Some investigators believe he's dead. Others believe he changed identities. Others think he struck again, in a different state. But Rachel's case remains one of Utah's most haunting, unsolved murders. The playground where Rachel was taken still stands. The Runyan family turned tragedy into advocacy, pushing for Amber Alerts and child safety systems that have saved thousands of lives. But the man who took her walks in shadow. He offered candy. He took a child. He left a wound on an entire community. And for 40 years, justice hasn't caught him. This is Behind the Red Line, Episode 58, The Candyman Kidnapper.